That's right. At the reception before the conversation, we awarded this year's Yoni Jesner Scholarship to a very, very worthy recipient, to Josh Gaventa, who's really excelled at Hasmonean High School in all the activities that he does outside of school, in social enterprise, in communal activity and charity work, and we're really thrilled that he's joining the community of Yoni Jesner Scholars.
And so to speak, Josh will be following in the footsteps of Yoni.
That's exactly right. That's the idea of the scholarships, to find youngsters who are just like Yoni, who are the future leaders of our Jewish community, and try and inspire them and encourage them and help them and support them in their endeavours on their gap year in Israel.
The legacy of Yoni Jesner?
Well, the legacy is really tremendous and beyond our wildest dreams, and every time, on a regular basis, even just last week, I'm hearing stories about people who've either knew Yoni or have been touched by Yoni, whose lives have been shaped by Yoni or by learning about him, and that really gives us an awful lot of comfort and an awful lot of hope that through our tragedy that something positive can come out of that, and that we can build something together for the future that's a real, true testament to Yoni and the person that he was. Something I've learned since Yoni's death is that when you lose someone very close, you can actually develop and sustain a new and very different type of relationship with that person. For me, that's what the Yoni Jesner Foundation helps me do. It allows me to carry on living with the memory of all that Yoni was and did, accompanying me on my journey. Naturally, I often reflect upon Yoni's short life, and I never cease to be humbled with all that one young person managed to do in a day. And I feel that this evening, and in particular this reception, truly reflects Yoni more than anything the Yoni Jesner Foundation has done, because it brings together all the elements of the foundation, which is just another way of saying all the elements of the person Yoni was. The Yoni Jesner Awards, to which all proceeds from this evening will go, represent Yoni's great chesed and his belief that even the smallest act of kindness can change the world. This evening's conversation represents Yoni's great love of argument and debate. He was never afraid to tackle difficult issues head on. And the Yoni Jesner Scholarship, to be presented in a few moments, is Yoni's baton, handed on once again to an outstanding individual, Yoni's way of saying, carry on my life's work, be a leader, and you will help sustain our community and ensure its successful future. Thank you for joining us here this evening, and it gives me great pleasure to invite the Chief Rabbi to present this year's Yoni Jesner Scholarship, Josh Gaventa.
Friends, it's an enormous privilege to be able to give this award to a really outstanding young man, to Josh Gaventa, from Hasmonean School, from a wonderful family, who has shown already in his young life so far extraordinary skills and commitment of leadership, way beyond the norm, and exemplifies all those remarkable values that Yoni embodied in his all too brief life. And to see that legacy carried on and kept alive by someone like you, Josh, something very special. You have led in many fields. You created the Chesed program in Hasmonean. You created the Israel Society. You are a credit to the school, which is a great school, and it's wonderful to have Rabbi Katz, your teacher, here. And you've really been outstanding. You know, the essence of leadership is summed up in those words. When Moshe Rabbeinu was a young man, Vayigdal Moshe vayetze el achav vayabes ivlotam, Moshe, as a young man, is already concerned with the welfare of others. He sees their needs. He sees what needs to be done. And he doesn't wait for anyone else to do it. Vayifen ko vacho vayaki enish, which literally means he looked around and saw there was no one there. Well, there were plenty of people there. You don't have private space on an Egyptian building site. What is more, the next morning, everyone knew all about what he'd done. So Vayifen ko vacho vayaki enish does not mean there was no one there. It means there was no ish there. Nobody prepared to be a mensch. Everyone saw the problem. No one was prepared to act. That is what makes a leader, that you are prepared to act and prepared to say if something isn't quite right or if something doesn't exist that should exist, let me not complain, let me be among the first to put that right. Joshua, you are a real worthy recipient of this award. Like your namesake, may you be a great leader in Israel, and it gives me great pride to give you this little book as a token of your award.
Thank you very much. Firstly, to the Yoni Jesner Foundation for giving me this award. I suppose then, obviously, to turn to my parents and my family for being the environment that helped me grow as a person, and my cats and all my teachers at Hazmanin, both secular and Jewish studies, who have taught me everything I know. And thank you to the Chief Rabbi for those very kind words.
Joshua, a very, very proud moment for you and your family being the recipient of the Yoni Jesner Scholarship Award.
Yes, definitely an honour and even a humbling experience to be awarded something in the name of Yoni, who was, having spoken to people who he was a madrich for, clearly somebody who I will try to emulate as much as possible in any even small way.
Okay, congratulations and mazel tov.
Thank you very much.